Welcome, dear listeners, to a journey into the spellbinding world of mythology and folklore. These captivating tales have been woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness since time immemorial, serving as the guiding lights that have shaped our understanding of the universe and our place within it. From the majestic peaks of Olympus to the mysterious depths of the underworld, myths have provided explanations for the inexplicable, given faces to the faceless, and brought a sense of order to the chaos of existence. Folklore, on the other hand, is the whisper of the common folk, the stories we tell over the hearth, the tales that bind communities together. They're like a mirror, reflecting our deepest fears, greatest hopes, and wildest dreams. So, brace yourself as we delve into the fascinating origins and purposes of myths, embarking on a journey that promises to be as enlightening as it is exhilarating. Every myth has a birthplace, a beginning that tells us why it exists. The cradle of these tales lies within the heart of our ancestors' curiosity. When they looked at the world around them, they sought answers to the mysteries of existence, the changing seasons, the cycle of life and death, the magnificent yet terrifying power of nature. In every corner of the world, people spun stories to understand these wonders. From the ancient Greeks explaining the change of seasons with the tale of Persephone, to the Maori of New Zealand narrating the creation of the world through the love of the Sky Father, Ranginui, and the Earth Mother, Papatuanuku. Myths are not just tales of old, they are the lenses through which different cultures perceive and interpret the world. They delve into the divine, bringing gods and goddesses to life, bestowing them with human traits, love, anger, jealousy, courage, to make them relatable, to make the divine comprehensible. Consider the Norse gods, flawed yet powerful, or the complex deities of the Hindu pantheon, exhibiting a spectrum of emotions. They serve to remind us that even divinity has its trials, its tribulations. They teach us morals, values, and provide a moral compass, guiding societies through the ages. Let us not forget, myths are often a reflection of the society that births them. They echo the fears, desires, and aspirations of a people. The mighty Hercules, the cunning Loki, the wise Athena. They represent ideals, archetypes that people aspire to or learn from. But myths are more than just stories or lessons. They are a testament to our shared human experience, a thread that connects us across time and space. They are a mirror reflecting our collective consciousness, our dreams, our nightmares, our hopes, and our fears. These stories, these myths, they connect us to our ancestors, to cultures far and wide. They remind us that though we may be separated by oceans and mountains, by language and customs, we are united in our quest to understand the world around us and our place within it. Folklore and mythology, two peas in a cultural pod, yet distinct in their own ways. Dipping our toes into the waters of understanding, let's first consider folklore. Folklore is a collection of traditional beliefs, customs, and stories of a community, passed through the generations by word of mouth. It's the campfire stories, the superstitions, the proverbs that your grandmother used to say. These tales and traditions are deeply rooted, often offering moral lessons or explaining natural phenomena. On the other hand, mythology serves a somewhat different purpose. Myths are a society's sacred narratives, often revolving around gods, heroes, and the creation of the world. They seek to explain the unexplainable, the divine, and the mystical. They're not just stories, but a reflection of a culture's religious and spiritual beliefs. While folklore often exists in the realm of the everyday, mythology reaches into the realm of the extraordinary. Folklore tells you why you shouldn't walk under a ladder, and mythology tells you about the mighty gods who created that ladder. Both, however, serve a common purpose: to pass down wisdom, values, and understanding from one generation to the next. They are the threads that weave the rich tapestry of a culture, reflecting its heart and soul. So when we talk about folklore and mythology, we're really talking about the stories that define us, the narratives that have shaped human understanding across ages and continents. Folklore and mythology together, they paint a vivid picture of a culture's beliefs, fears, and aspirations. Despite the diversity of cultures, some themes echo across the world. In the vast realm of mythology, we find recurring patterns that transcend geographical boundaries, and these patterns tell us something profound about our shared human experience. Let's delve into a few of these universal themes. Firstly, we encounter the hero's journey. This motif is found in the myths of countless cultures, from the Epic of Gilgamesh in Mesopotamia to the tales of Hercules in Greece. The hero embarks on a difficult quest, faces daunting obstacles, and ultimately emerges victorious, often bringing some form of wisdom or boon back to their community. This narrative arc resonates with us because it mirrors our own life struggles and triumphs. Next, we find creation stories. Almost every culture has its own myth about how the world came into being. These myths often involve a powerful deity or a cosmic event that brings order to chaos. For example, in the Norse tradition, the world was formed from the body of the slain giant Ymir. In the Chinese myth, the goddess Nua created humans from clay. These stories address our fundamental curiosity about the origin of life and the universe. Finally, we come across tales of transformation. These myths often feature characters who undergo significant changes, such as metamorphosis into animals or gaining supernatural abilities. Think of the story of Actaeon in Greek mythology, who was transformed into a stag, or the tale of the Native American trickster coyote, who often changes form. These stories reflect our desire for growth and change and our fear of the unknown. These themes, the hero's journey, creation stories, and tales of transformation, are woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness. They resonate with us because they reflect our deepest hopes, fears, and questions. They help us make sense of the world and our place in it. These shared themes remind us of our shared human experience, no matter where we come from. So as we delve deeper into the world of myths, let's keep these echoes in mind. They are the heartbeat of our collective storytelling, the rhythm that unifies our diverse human experience. The echoes of ancient myths can be heard even today in our modern culture. They permeate our movies, our books, our art, whispering age-old wisdom and spinning tales of heroism, creation, and the divine. Consider the epic tales of superheroes, from Marvel's Thor to DC's Wonder Woman. These characters are direct descendants of the gods and heroes of ancient mythology, their narratives echoing the trials and triumphs of their forebears. Or look at literature. J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings and J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series are drenched in mythological references, drawing on Celtic, Norse, and Greek myths to create rich, fantastical worlds. In the realm of art, the influence of mythology is undeniable. From Botticelli's Birth of Venus to Picasso's Minotaur, artists for centuries have turned to myth as a rich source of inspiration, using these timeless tales to explore the human condition. And let's not forget music. From Wagner's operas to Led Zeppelin's rock anthems, musicians have long used myth to give voice to our deepest fears and desires. But it's not just about rehashing old stories. These modern interpretations breathe new life into ancient myths, allowing them to evolve and remain relevant in our ever-changing world. They remind us that, despite our advancements, we still grapple with the same fundamental questions of existence, morality, and purpose. Myths, they are not just stories of the past, they continue to inspire and shape our world. No exploration of mythology is complete without setting some facts straight. First off, let's clear up a prevalent misunderstanding. Myths aren't just ancient. They continue to form and evolve, reflecting the changing values and understandings of societies. Now onto another misconception, the notion that myths are inherently false. While they may not stand up to scientific scrutiny, they're not intended to. Myths are symbolic narratives, often encapsulating moral, philosophical, or spiritual truths. Thirdly, it's a common belief that all myths have a single definitive version. This couldn't be further from the truth. Myths are like rivers, fluid and ever-changing, shaped by the cultures that tell them. Therefore, they often exist in multiple versions, each as valid as the other. Lastly, myths aren't merely primitive attempts at science. They are complex and rich tapestries of human thought, embodying our deepest fears, hopes, and values. Remember, myths may not always be factual, but they always contain a kernel of cultural truth. We've journeyed through the world of myths. Now it's time to reflect. We've traced the birth of myths across diverse cultures, illuminating their purpose in making sense of the divine and the natural. We've differentiated between folklore and mythology, each with its unique characteristics and aims. We've delved into the common themes resonating in myths worldwide, like the hero's journey and creation stories, unearthing their profound significance. We've seen how these ancient narratives continue to shape our modern culture. From movies to literature to art, their influence is undeniable. We've also debunked some common misconceptions about mythology, replacing fiction with fact. These explorations remind us of the enduring power and relevance of myths and folklore. They continue to shape our understanding of the world, offering explanations, inspiring creativity, and fostering a sense of shared humanity. Now it's your turn. Share your favorite myth or folklore story in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Until next time, keep exploring.